Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for Conversation and Coffee, the show where we, with the help of overpriced, underused technology and mediocre video editing, will embark on a magical journey with you guys to discuss the beautiful things in life. With this week, a special guest. Hello.
Ta-da!
Welcome. This is Inge. She is a teacher from the minor that I'm following. That's exactly that's the same minor that makes me do these wonderful vlogs. And we have decided to make her a part of Conversation and Coffee experience.
I'm very pleased to be here.
Yeah,
Quite strange.
It will be an interesting ride, I'm sure of that. And we have decided to discuss something that interests us and possibly you too, viewers. It is the relationship that teachers and students have, specifically in the context of this minor, I guess, for this specific episode. So I'm very curious, what are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts, it is quite peculiar. This is part of an experiment, 12 hours with, so we are 8.5 hours in this experiment, and today Max and I are attached to each other to walk through each other's life, and that's quite an experiment.
It's a figure of speech, by the way. We're not physically attached to each other.
No,
for
not.
people concerned. We're just winging it. Yeah.
Winging it?
Yeah.
I don't know that word. What does it mean?
It's just doing it on the fly, just going with the flow.
We do. And so it's quite awkward. And I think if I look at relationships, teachers, students in the future, it is important to be authentic and to have real relationships and to invite people to grow with their talents and with their longings. And on the other part, that needs some vulnerability, and it's quite awkward sometimes. For instance, this experiment, there were some awkward moments, and it's still very exciting and very, I think it's valuable.
Yeah, it's awkward in a fun way, though. It's not necessarily bad awkward, if you get what I mean.
Right. How do you think about what do you think the student of the future will need from a teacher?
Right. Well, I think that there is a very interesting direction that the relationship between teacher and student is heading. Specifically for this minor, I think is taking a big step in that. Is that there is more a collaboration between teacher and student than there is more a lecture in the traditional form of education, where the teacher just tells the students what the lesson is about, tells them all kinds of things, and the students just passively sit. I think the collaborating part that is going on here, and the attempt to ignite a spark within students to be passionate about something and to take actions for their own, is something that has a bright future in education, and I think is essential for education to continue, because it's more and more about individual skills. So I think this is a very positive thing.
And it is a positive thing. I think for me as teacher, it's a very positive thing to be able to connect as individuals on an equal level. It's really enriching my life. I would advise every teacher to make a step.
To come over here, join Conversation and Coffee. Just 20 people in the room just talking all about the same thing.
Yeah, would be interesting.
Why not?
Yeah.
So that's an idea that probably won't be a part of this project, but we'll see. We'll just have to see. Okay, so do you have any other thoughts you want to share?
Well, there are, I think within teachers, there's a lot of fear to pass over a border of intimacy. And right. I think it's important to be aware of that border, but you only learn about it when you experience. So you cannot know before whether it will be awkward or not, or what is okay or not.
Yeah. You just have to jump into it and experience it. Just
That's
a bit like this experiment.
Like we are doing today.
Just do it and see where it ends.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So, another 2 hours to go.
Yep.
Then the experiment finishes.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
A little bit less, actually, than 2 hours.
Okay.
We're getting there. Getting there.
Almost free.
Almost free. Well, it ain't that bad, though. But, 12 hours is a long time.
This is the last episode.
It is.
For this level. I'm quite honored to be your guest today.
Well, I was very happy to have you here. Thank you. Yes, well, as she said, there's nothing else you want to say, maybe to anyone else?
That's
because
enough.
this is the last,
let's
very
have a
last
good
opportunity.
party at the end event. I'm looking forward to that.
We're gonna have an awesome party at the end.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, as she mentioned, this has been the very last episode of Conversation and Coffee as is. That is quite a shame. But I enjoyed
You can
it.
continue.
I can continue, and I've been thinking about this, and I probably will continue making videos in any sort of way. Can be Conversation and Coffee, can be something else. I'm not sure about that. Stay tuned for that. But for now, thank you, and until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.